Why were Golden Globes 2022 not televised? The Globes are given out by HFPA every year in early January. One notable exception was the 2021 iteration when, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, the major awards were delayed. This year's Golden Globe Award event, considered to be younger, more untethered and relaxed sibling of the formal Academy Award or Oscars, was a muted affair as it was privately held at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles on Sunday night. In a major departure from the norm, the results were announced only on social media sites and there was no telecast or live streaming this time. A press release from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association HFPA said health and safety remains a top priority for the HFPA. There will be no audience on January 9th and the following precautions were being taken for select members and grantees who will be in the room. Proof of vaccination and booster shot along with a negative PCR test within 48 hours is required for entry. All guests will be masked and socially distanced at all times, while inside the ballroom there will be no red carpet. The reason, however, is not as much as COVID-19 pandemic as it is in the industry-wide boycott of HFPA. The globes are given out by HFPA every year in early January. One notable exception was the 2021 iteration where, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, the major awards were delayed. The ceremonies were also pared down due to requisite social distancing norms. Why is HFPA in hot water? Like the heat in the Academy and the Oscars have faced due to scant representation for people of color in the nominations and winners list, epitomized succinctly by 2015 hashtag #OscarSoWhite. The Golden Globes have also received flack. It mostly comes down to HFPA, a non-profit group of international film journalists and photographers working with the entertainment industry to choose what and whom to award. While the disaffection against HFPA is not new, among other things, the members have been accused of accepting bribes in exchange for votes by studios. The organizations landed into fresh controversy after a Los Angeles Times report from February 2021, week before 2021 edition of Globes was held, said that there are diversity and transparency issues in HFPA. Out of the 87 members, then now there are 105 members. Said the report, there are number of people of color but not a single black person. The report also said the organization and its members work as coterie, blocking the entry of those who might compete with them and treating journalists outside HFPA as threats. The report also quoted the former HFPA president Philip Burke, who had acknowledged in his 2014 book that territorial protection in the organization was carried to the extreme. Interestingly, Philip Burke was accused by actor Brendan Fraser in GQ profile in 2018 of groping him. In 2003, HFPA conducted an internal investigation and admitted the act, but also said Burke meant no harm. How did Hollywood react to the expose? The LA Times report kicked off conversation and scrutiny about racism, financial impropriety, and dubious journalist ethics in the Golden Globes and the award season as a whole. Soon after, NBC HFPA's network of choice refused to broadcast the following year's Globes. It said it may continue the broadcast from 2023 provided HFPA undergoes satisfactory reforms. Warner Media, Netflix, Amazon actors, and others have also boycotted the ceremony. Tom Cruise returned his 3 trophies in solidarity. Ava DuVernay, Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, Regina King, and Kerry Washington also spoke against the issues plaguing HFPA. What was HFPA's response to the boycott? HFPA announced an extensive timeline of sweeping reforms that included an overhaul of bylaws changing that address ethics and codes of conduct and improvements in diversity and inclusion in the membership in order to once again partner meaningfully with Hollywood. In August, the then HFPA President Ali Sar said in a statement, 3 months ago we made a promise to commit to transformational change, and with this vote we kept the last and most significant promise in reimagining the HFPA and our role in the industry. All of these promised reforms can serve as an industry benchmark and allow us to once again partner meaningfully with Hollywood moving forward. In early September, German journalist Helen Honeywell was elected as the president of HFPA. In October last year, the organization admitted 21 new journalists from diverse backgrounds. Will the Globes be back on TV next year? Perhaps NBC may have pulled the plug this year, but as mentioned above, it had also stated it may come back the following year. A spokesperson from the network said, "We are encouraged by the passage of the amendment bylaws. This marks a positive step forward and signals the HFPA's willingness to do the work necessary for meaningful change." Thank you.